And what's up, everybody? This is your host, still Unknown Defense, and of course with the co-leader of the task force, still unboomable, with our leader, Miss Boom Bitch Angie. Say hello, Angie.
Hey, everyone.
So we're just kind of trying to quickly go through the operation that we completed, or did not complete, almost completed yesterday, Operation Tinderbox. So I did a last video where I just went through and I focused on Black River. There was a lot of attacks on it, and I wanted to try to keep the video reasonable short, so I wasn't able to go into as full depth as I wanted to, and I felt kind of rushed. Hopefully on this video, we're next going to talk about assembly. Hopefully, I don't know, we'll just see what happens, but I'm going to try to be fast and not make another hour-long video, which I then accidentally deleted and then had to redo and rush it, fit an hour's worth of material into a 20-minute video. Try it, it's not fun. Alright, so now we're talking about assembly. So Sprinkles Tuesday, I'm trying to go from memory. Sprinkles Tuesday, oh, I can't remember who was it. Sprinkles Tuesday, Sith, and there's one more. This does matter. 7. There we go. Sprinkles Tuesday, 7, and Sith. They are all with one player. Sith was a recruit to the team a few months ago, weeks ago. Wow, it's been a while. It seems like it's been forever. But so he has 4 accounts: Sprinkles Tuesday, 7, and Sith. Sith is his main. So when it was time to attack, he always pops in, finds out what his team can do, and we decided to send him at assembly. The mission was to destroy these rockets right here in as few attacks as possible. We had him budgeted to use all 4 attacks. I would have loved to have seen him pull this off in 2 to 3 attacks. He thought he was going to pull it off in 2 to 3. Let's find out why that didn't happen. So okay. So, situation, it's a decent drop. I'm not sure what that shock was about. Kind of pointless. Right there. I'm not sure why we were flaring the rockets. I know you corrected yourself on the next one, and you were like, alright, we got to deal with the machine guns first. Or somebody did, either way. But yeah, we definitely got it. When I give you a mission like that as a multi-account user, don't rush straight at it. Like, still use good sound quality attack principles. Shock this area, fight these machine guns, then flare the rockets and shock them. And you went straight to the rocket, and as a result kind of got off to a bad start. And when you dropped your shock, you didn't shock the machine gun, so we're losing Zookas over here. It's only a matter of time before, yep. So not a great attack. Oops. Did a little damage. And that shock there. I'm sure that was an accidental shock. Okay, after that attack, you discussed in chat, it was either after that attack or the next attack, about what was going wrong. So let's see how you did on the next attack. Just gonna speed that up, same thing. You're still missing that shock, but yeah, it looks like, alright, you're dealing with the machine guns. See, you could shock the machine guns and the rocket in that situation. So you could have done better than that with better shock there. But whatever, machine guns are gone. Now on the next attack, under this setup, this is where I expect to see the rockets go down. I think you only got one if memory serves. I expect to see both. Let's find out what went wrong. Okay, so right here, this is where I'm definitely going to drop my Zookas. When you're trying this little flare thing, then I want my Zookas here, and we'll see why. Okay, so you've already got the flare over. They're coming over. Alright, pause. Alright, so you see what's happening? In this case, I mean, it was okay. But had you, forget to shock, like, this rocket again, like, it's not hard to imagine that your Zookas are exposed right now. I'm not saying, Remember, there is no perfect answer, guys. So as I'm throwing out opinions and ideas, please don't come in the chat and say, "Oh, well, in this specific case, I need this," and da da da. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just telling you what my eyeballs are telling me at a glance. So, I'm just trying my best. But I'm in this situation. I'm definitely wanting my Zukas here, 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 heavies here, here, here. So that way, as I'm on this walk, my Zukas are right here and my heavies are right out here. That's important to me. Yep, and that's exactly why. See what's happening right now? The flare ran out, right? You flared the rocket, right? Because your Zukas are here instead of here. They're now going over here, and they're going to be in the range of this stuff, taking unnecessary fire. Let's see it. And look at that. And after you might say, "Oh, I only lost one Zuka." I'm going to keep one Zuka's a lot. And obviously you didn't shock at the right time there. As a result, you lost the rest of your Zukas. I'm a firm believer that had your Zukas been dropped right down here in this situation at the beginning, that wouldn't have happened. Which wouldn't have led to that, and just, yeah. Let's get our Zukas there. So after that, it's just that. But anyway, so like we said, we budgeted for you to use all 4 attacks to get rid of the rockets. We were hoping for less, but you did finish it off with Sith. Now, if Sith had finished this rocket, I'm not saying you'd have been fired. And if I do ever say that I am joking, so don't take it too seriously. But yeah, there's no reason you shouldn't have been able to finish this rocket. I wouldn't have even been afraid for you just to go ahead and walk right up to it and finish it. But at that point, you were just wanting it to go, and I don't blame you. So let's see how you dropped. Okay, so once again, you're dropping your heavies over in this corner. Like, I really am going to keep stressing that we really should be putting our Zukas here first in these situations. So that way, again, the heavies are protecting the Zukas, and the Zukas, you need the Zukas in this corner before you need the heavies in this corner. You know what I mean? Like, if you have to pick, you gotta go there. So let's see what happens. Okay, I love the second flare there. Big fan of that second flare. Wanted to see some shock there, but you started throwing bombs at the whatever you were throwing bombs at. What is that, the shockers? I don't know. But you were pretty much at the end of that run. You knew it. So if I was grading attacks on the last one, I would love to come up with an official scorekeeping system, that we can all understand, and how to rate, whether or not it was truly a good attack. We have the good effort, great job, good job, nice run, nice bomb work. We have all these different little phrases that we'll use for specifics, but it would be nice if we had an actual scoring system. But no, I don't know how we could do that, but you guys are smarter than me, so I'm sure you'll think of it. But on a scale of 1 to 5, I would say Sprinkles had a 2, Tuesday had a 2, 7 had a 3, Sith had a 3. Okay, so because of the poor attacks that I had on Black River, combined with the poor attacks that Sith started with, we're already behind. Like, just boom, right out of the gate. The op had been active for roughly 20-30 minutes, and we were already behind. Maybe less, I don't know, but you get my point. We were behind. So that was assembly. So once we start getting behind, that's when things start getting nervous, because it's funny how a few attacks will lead to a few mistakes will lead to a few more mistakes. Here's a mistake. Sharpshooter. You offered to change your troops, and I said no. You should be fine. For what I needed, I felt like this was going to be okay, and I wouldn't have to waste your time asking you to swap troops. I won't do that again, I swear. But if we're judging it on its merit, I want you to flare to that corner. Like, if you know you're going to flare to that corner, do it right away. Like, there's no reason to delay there. Dang it, I'm trying to just speed things up. Let's see how you used your gunboat up here. Okay, but there was something that went wrong. I just don't remember what. Well, that's wrong. Yeah. Alright, so in this situation, I mean, I see that you flared up here, you're kind of late on the shock of the cannon, you know, but you were determined to destroy those cannons, and you definitely got them. So, you know, props for that. Oh, you got most of them. 3 or 4. You know, so, I should have asked you to use something else. I just should have. You know, or asked you to go in later, you know, something. I shouldn't have sent you in there. That was not the best time to send you, and that's on me. Okay, so that was on assembly. So because of that attack, I don't know, graded a 3. Okay. So you're seeing our point. We're not coming up so far. We haven't really put together many 4s. You know, we really need a bunch of 4s. A few 4s will lead to a 5 quickly. Like, it'll happen. So we're just leading out with all these little 3s, man, and these 3s are killing us. 2s and 3s. That won't work. So Braun here on Jones, he's just going for team artillery. Sharp had damaged that rocket considerably, so he's just finishing that off. We all know what the plan was. Ultimately, I was going to try to sneak back into this corner. We had some stuff to do to make that happen. So he's just bombing. You know, and it's a suicide run. You just drop, you destroy some stuff, you die, throw some bombs. It's beautiful. So, good job, Jones. Driven by Braun. Okay, that was Braun. Jones. Braun's Emmett. So, this is Braun again. And in this case, he's going Warriors. Warriors. He's going to do the speed this up. Okay, he's going over here. His plan was to eliminate both shock launchers, if memory serves. He only got 1, but still pretty good for a low-level Emmett. Alright, and okay, got it down to artillery worthy. So as a low-level warrior goes, that's pretty decent. I mean, I'm sure I could nitpick, but I know Braun well enough to know that he's already watched that thing 18 times and nitpicked himself already so much there's really no point for me to do it. But he is Australian, so you know, maybe that plays into it. So he finished bombing that shock line. I really shouldn't make fun of him for being Australian. In fact, I'm actually jealous because, you know, he's Australian. Crocodile Dundee was Australian, and everybody likes Crocodile Dundee. Oh, that flamethrower. Oh, I wish he had finished that somehow, some way right then. That thing cost me dearly later. And it wasn't his fault. It was my fault, but whatever. Alright, so Bronson 2 went in. We're still on assembly. So Bronson 2, he typically keeps loaded Zukas. We don't expect much out of Bron 2. Just some good bomb placement. Take out a defense, 1 or 2 defenses, and we're good. Just keep them loaded all Zukas. Bron 2 is a kind of account that we would use to, if it's an easy win right at the end and all we got to do is just walk right up to it and win, Bron 2 is perfect for that type of mission. When you just need some extra bomb work, Bron 2 can help out there. Very useful, very useful. Sure, that was Bron 2. Munkers helped us out. Munkers, reasonably new recruit. Thank you so much for joining the team. You're doing great. We asked you to go Zuka or Hookah in the situation, and that's exactly what you did. If you're watching this video, this was the strangest way to drop I've ever seen anybody drop. I mean, I understand you're worried because of the speed differences, but I think as we watch enough replays, you'll see that if you're dropping your troops correctly and flaring correctly, things like this won't happen. I mean, somehow we got through this. Let's see, how'd you do? You flared back over here, reflared. So, I mean, in the end, it all kind of worked out, but then and I told you to flare over here, so that was on me. I wasn't counting on the fact that the guys would walk over here. I thought they'd walk up here naturally. So whatever. That's what happened. But good bomb work, you know, and you got rid of some stuff. I'm getting there. Like the rockets were ready to pop, so that's good. Bronze Troy on assembly. So from the name, you can probably guess this is Braun. So he's going to finish off that rocket. One more bomb. No, come on. I don't know what happened there. Boo boo boo. I don't know, Braun. Did you not realize that you? I saw the misflare there. Did you not realize that rocket was still standing? I don't know. You know. But whatever. His mission here was to take out that shock blaster. Let's see how it went. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, so close. So close. That one rocket. Well, it wasn't only that rocket. There was a bunch of other things going on there, but whatever. Good job, Ron. And Big Rich. Bronze Rich. Okay, so we're going Warriors. He's going to finish that shock blaster and do all that he can. One bomb, one artillery on the rocket will take care of that. So we know what he's doing now. We're flaring over here. Flaring right there. Love the smoky love the trail of smoke. Finishes off that shock blaster. Flares to the rocket. Pretty good, you know, pretty good. And where does that put us? That was him. And then Grublet 1T. And this was an attack that was supposed to set up none for the win, and I screwed up. Here, fingers pointed, everybody point and laugh. I screwed up, and it was this flamethrower that got me, and it was my poor smoke that allowed it to happen. I let a gap in my smoke through, and once that happened, that was all that flamethrower needed to just put me away. So it's all on me, man. It's all on me. And there's the gap. That gap right there, that one freaking gap cost me the attack. So that was on me. So again, I don't want anybody to say, oh, no, you were fine. No, I saw that gap. That was on me. So I got to smoke better. I got to do better. What was supposed to happen is pretty obvious. We were going to get all our riflemen back there. They were going to finish this whole thing up. None was going to sneak back there, all Zookas, and it was going to be over. Didn't happen. So I then had to get our buddy Blackburn on it. He was already loaded tanks, and once again, a mistake on my part. I should have asked him to swap. He offered to swap. I didn't take it. This will not happen again, guys. I swear. If you come in ready to op and you got tanks and we don't have an ideal tank situation for you, yes, I am going to ask you to swap, or I'm going to ask you to, come back later and maybe we'll have a better situation for you. But, if you, whatever. Oh, and Blackburn, we'll get you to watch this video. See how you're taking all this damage from that sniper? If you'd have just flared right here, this little freaking corner right here, that doesn't happen, and then you're not even taking any damage. Okay. The goal on this mission was to take out that flamethrower. I needed that flamethrower gone. You did end up doing that. I think you did. No, that's right. You didn't. You ended up not taking it out. Like you threw some bombs at it, but you didn't take it out. Oh, that's right. Yeah. But if I had not asked you, or if I had asked you to swap troops, you would have had the gunboat needed to take out that flamethrower. So once again, right here, my people, right here. There's nowhere else to look. So then we had to get Hex involved. We are so far behind at this point. Like, we are right on the precipice of beating the entire base, but because of these stupid mistakes that I'm making as a manager, and and then little silly stumbles that we're making as a team on the ground, we're just behind, and we gotta cut this stuff out. We've got to. Okie dokie. So you flare over here. whatever hex. I prefer, you know, flaring in this area, but you know, you knew what you were trying to do. You wanted to get up there. Smoke, smoke. I don't know what happened there, but whatever. You know, I have to assume you've ran out of gunboat at that point because you used a lot to get up there and the bombing and stuff. So that was hex. So ultimately, I needed one thing to happen, and think about the numbers here. I needed one thing to happen. I needed that flamethrower to go down in one attack, and it's already taken 2 to take down a flamethrower. So yeah, we're behind. Alright, none defense, then goes in, and this should have been the winning shot. Winning shot. See this rocket? We're going to name this rocket Charlie, and keep an eye on Charlie, because Charlie is going to ruin my day. So I'm dropping over here and doing a little fancy stuff, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Smoke, 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 for flare, 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 I mean. Doing over here, smoke. Everything's okay, we're looking alright, looking fine. And then, you see what happened? I didn't flare the spot, I flared the rocket. So all my Zookas came and stood down here, aiming at this rocket, instead of coming to stand up here. I should have flared like here, you know, or I kept a better eye on it. I don't know, but when that smoke cleared, it was my surprise that they were all standing in range of Charlie. Get him, Charlie. You know, and once I lost that big group in there, and it wasn't just this one, I think it was was it this one that shot me? I don't know, I don't want to watch it again. It was too heartbreaking. Terrible. That should have been a win. I screwed up. At that point, we then have to ask Tone to go in with her second accounts, and she doesn't have tons and tons of gunboat. She doesn't have tons and tons of experience with all Zookas. You know, a lot went wrong. I'm not going to talk about it in detail. You know, we're Tone, by the way, if you're watching this, you are going to be getting some like some special training on some Zookas and stuff. Like, I would like at least your second account to be able to do these kind of attacks. So we're gonna definitely get you some training on for Airy. You know, because it seems based on your attack pattern anyway that you're not attacking towards the end. Now right here, me and Angie were screaming at you, smoke, 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 and no smoke. Like it. Oh, and then like like we really needed smoke there, and then we need you flaring back to this corner, like soon. The sooner the better. Like it just went wrong. If you had just been smoking from here all the way up, you know, this problem would have never occurred. And you felt really bad, and I get it, trust me, I felt really bad when I had a similar problem on none. I get it. It's okay though. So, once again, we're way behind. And then we put Boom Boom on assembly. Boom Boom, come on, man. We really need you to, like, I don't know what to do with you, Boom Boom. Sometimes it's just like you just vanish and we don't hear from you. But then when we get in these little clutch situations, you know, it's like, oh, we need another attack, then you'd pop up. And yesterday we're like, oh, thank God. But then you had this attack and it just wasn't that good. So to start, flare to the corner, right here. We got to flare to that corner there. All this damage you're taking, all these Zookas you're losing, all of this that's happening is all because you didn't flare here, then here first. So that's life. We don't know what's going on here. Don't know what your goal was. We thought you had watched some replays. We thought you understood what the purpose was, what the objective was. See? Yeah. And then you get back in this corner. And then at this point, you've lost too much, you know? You've just lost too much. There's just no way you can overcome what you lost from here to here. You were just losing troops. It was like walking from the well to the house with a leaky bucket. You know what I mean? By the time you get to the house, you had no water left, and you have to go back to the well. So we got to flare better to prevent leaky buckets. I hope that analogy makes sense. And then Bone, thank you, Bone, for being willing to do whatever it is that we ask you to do. And you're our certified grenade user, and you're really good at them, but you've always been willing to swap to whatever. So thank you so much for that. You did get the win, so let's at least celebrate this moment. You know, this was your first successful Smoky Zuka run, and I would say, all in all, very solid. Very, very solid. In fact, you know, we'll talk to the other leaders when they watch this video. You know, maybe they'll think it's time for you to swap to, you know, be a certified Zuka user. I don't know, but that was a good run, and obviously you won. So good job. So that's the end of assembly. I'm going to take a break from videos for a little while, but I will get this posted up. But we did have 3 more bases to go, and I'm giving everybody a breakdown. And it's all just honest criticism, so, you know, don't take anything personal. You hear what I'm saying about my attacks. You hear what I'm saying about my coaching, my management. I did a poor job. You know, I didn't attack well yesterday. I didn't coach well. I didn't manage well. So it's on me. But some of you guys screwed up too, so we got to talk about it. But as always, I want to thank you so much for watching. Please remember that we are still unboomable, and as always, please, please, please be safe. And oh, one more thing, take breaks. I don't know if I've said that recently. Make sure you're taking breaks. If you find yourself getting burnt out that you don't enjoy the game anymore, take a break. 2 or 3 days, you know, whatever you got to do, just take a break. If you're not enjoying the game, you need to stop playing the game for a little while. So anyway, once again, thank you for watching. Y'all, love you all. Be safe.